Hello guys, welcome back to Coding Cafe. My name is Mohammed Ali and till now we have completed the login and sign up with the database, and now a user can log in and sign up successfully for a new account. So now in this video tutorial we can proceed further for this project, okay, and we can work on the edit delete operations using the Microsoft SQL Server. So let's add a label first here. The small task which is left is to add here a label, or instead of that we can copy paste this and change this to don't have an account, create, which is basically a link. That is, someone has not an account, then he can click on that and we will send the user to the sign up page. So 12, and let's change the color of it to, you can choose any color you want, so this color, and let's give it a name, and the name of this will be LBL create account. So double click on that and here, come here at the top, copy this and paste that here. So if a user has not if a user want to create account, then we will send the user to the sign up page. If a user click on this is sign up. So now let's run the app to see how it works. So you can see that if I click on this don't have an account, then you can see it send me to the sign up, and now from here user can create new account. So now what's next? Now the important thing is that in the previous tutorial, as you remember, I already told you that is this read data through adapter, which is our function in the dbaccess class. It accepts the query, which is our select query, and this duty users, which is our data table which we created here. So what it does is that it select all the users, and basically we are searching for the specific user. If this email is equals to this user email which a user will enter, and the password is equals to this one, then we are basically selecting that user from the database. That is, let's say in that case that user is Mohammed Ali, this is his email, password and country, and this is his ID. So it will basically fill this data table which I already told you. If I come here, then this is our class, okay, here by using this adapter.fill. So it will paste all these whole row, the ID, name, email, password, country for Mohammed Ali, let's say, if this user sign in. So it will add this row inside this data table, okay, which we are passing as a parameter from our sign in. Okay, here you can see this dt user, and here it accept this as a parameter dt table by the name dt table name. So we are filling it here. So once the user sign in it, then this table is filled already. So what we are going to do is to now get the values, that is the ID, name, email, password and country from this data table which is by the name dt users, because we will be needing it to display it on our home page. So how we can get the data from here? So this is very simple. All you're gonna need is inside here, when the task is successful, that is when we say dtuser.rows count, which means that the row is already inserted inside this data table. If this is affected, then it means that a row is added to this, and we have to get the information of from that row, from that specific row, and and obviously the index of that row will be 0, as we know that data tables, or you can say arrays, or any type of things, that is, let's say database starts from 0th index. So as you know that we will be using all these information on our home page, so we will pass that information to the home page from the sign in once it is successful. Okay, so we can create the static variables, string type variables for that. So here we can say public static string. First one will be ID, the second one will be email, then also we will be needing a name. All the information we are fetch from there. Okay, so ID, name, then email, then password, then country. So now come down here, and here we can get the data from the data table and store it inside this string type static variables. So we can say id equals to dt users dot rows zeroth index, or you can say zeroth row, sorry, and we have a column which is by the name id. And one thing which I forgot to tell you guys is that when we say select all from users, then it also copy the whole structure, that is the data table column names, that is the id, name, email, password, country, and store it inside this data table which we create here, okay, which is dt users basically. So that's why we are saying that is zeroth row, or you can say zeroth index, and the column name is id dot to string, and it will get the ID of that user who is going to sign in, and it will store it inside this ID variable. Now the same we will do for the name and for the email and country. So let's copy paste this. So second we have the name, third one is the email, fourth one is the password, and the fifth one is the country. And then here we can for the name, the column name is name, for the email the column name is email, and for the password the column name is password, and for the country the name is country. And let me tell you again, make sure to use the same column names which are here, okay, because this data table which is basically save the data on the RAM, okay, this is not our actual data table which is here, okay, this is our actual table in the database, but this one only store the values on RAM. So it copy the structure of the table also, which is basically, I mean, the column names, okay. So make sure to give it the same names which are there, which is id, name, email, password, and country. And now we can access these information anywhere on any form by because we declare that as a static variables, okay. We can access it now on our home page. So let's go back to the home page now, and here we need to add edit text quickly. So for the time saving, what I'm going to do is, instead of displaying the data on the labels, we are going to display the data on the edit text, so that we can allow the user to update later on in the next video. So let's go to the sign up, and let's copy these things, I mean this edit text also. Let's copy it alongside with the labels and this button. Control C and go to the home page, and let's paste that here. So now we will change it. So here we can say, let's change this button first to update account info, or let's say update my account information, okay, which info means information. So this is the button. And also let's assign proper let's use the same name, okay. So here we can say text name home, because it is on the home page now, just for the differentiation. And here we can also say home. For the password we can also say text txt password home, and for the country we can say txt country home. And for this button we can change it to btn update info. Let's move it little bit down. And here we need to add a label. Let's copy paste this one, and here we can tell the user if he, I mean, want to change account settings. Sorry, cancel that. This is the name, okay, this is the label, sorry for that. So we can come back here to the bottom, I mean, we have to change the text and not the label. So change this text, change account settings, that's it. And also if you want you can change the color of this to, and also let's add another button which will allow the user to delete his account, just like you guys see in Facebook, that is a person can delete his whole account. So here we can say delete my account. We can add that button here. And let's add one text field here which can display the user here at the top also. So we can say welcome, and then we will display the username, and let's add a name for it, and it will be LBL welcome name. And let's change the color of it to pure black. Okay, this one. So now double click on this form load. On form load we will display the information on the text fields. So we can say txt name home dot text equals to, on the sign in form, or you can say sign in page, we have these variables. Now we have to access this. Okay, so how we can do that? So go to the home page, and here we can say sign in dot name, then the txt email home dot text sign in dot email. Let's copy paste this and we will change it. Then after it we have password, txt password, and then txt country. And for the password we have there a variable, static variable by the name password, and for the country it is by the name country. So yeah, that's it. Now let's run the app to see what happens. So now let's log in. I'm going to log in by my own account. So I will click login. It says congratulations, you are logged in successfully, and here we go. Here you can see name Muhammad Ali, and it display my username and then my password and then my country. So you can see this USA which is selected. And if I show you the database here, then here you can see Muhammad Ali, this is my email, password and country. So yeah, also let's display here the welcome username too, so we can do that. So come here, and here we can say LBL welcome name dot text equals to sign in dot name, and before that we want to display a welcome message too. So here add this concatenation sign, and here we can say welcome, and then we can display the username. So let's run again and see what happens now. And here we go. Here you can see this welcome Muhammad Ali, and this is my information. So yeah, that's it for this video, and in the next video we will allow a user to update his account information by simply doing any change here. That is, let's say Muhammad Ali Zeb, or you can say if you want to change his whole name, and also the email if you want to change it to, let's say, ali@gmail.com. So whenever a user do changes here, and after when he click on this update my account info button, then we will update the information here in the database. Okay, so we'll be working on that, and also on the delete my account. So yeah, that's it for this video, and see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.